opinion I'll ever do. I hope you guys duet and stitch and save or whatever you need to do to this, because it's going to get down fast. If I would have understood when I was younger that fighting for my rights as a lesbian would mean allowing children to drag shows, attaching child molesters to our community, and allowing children to change their sex before they even know what their favorite color is, I would have never done it. Never.
Well, it's a bit too late for a lot of kids, but thank
Real quick, Original Lone Wolf coming at y'all, man. This right here, to me, first off, if this message this woman put out was genuine, right? Shout out to her, right? Y'all already know how I get down when it come down to this kind of shit. Shout out to her, man. You know what I'm saying? If she was genuine about this shit she's saying, shout out to her. Because I seen a video on BitChute where a guy who took the shot apologized to all of the people who didn't take it in the way that we were treated and shit. And I seen that video not too long ago. But anyway, shout out to this chick, man, if she really was genuine about this, right? But here's what I want to say, and this is the reason for why I actually made, I did this little video. Well, first off, fair use to the black conservative. I'm not trying to slander this guy. This is where I got this from. I don't know why random shit like this just pop up in my joint, but I just randomly saw this. I don't subscribe to this guy or nothing, right? So fair use. I'm not trying to slander this dude here. I'm not trying to make any points referencing him or anything like that. Here's the point that I would like to make. This is what I be saying when I tell people all the time, it's our fault. Who, Lone Wolf? The masses of people. It's our fault, man. So basically, in a nutshell, what I got from this, and that's like I said, provided that she's genuine about this, right? What I got from this is accountability. This is what I got from that. I got accountability from her. She's taking accountability for the fact that some of this shit might be my fault and the other people in this country who want to partake in the shit that she say she fought for her rights. Maybe it's their fault. And guess what? It is. It is their fault. It's no different than with the COVID shot. It's no different than with, the mask and all of that. The people who voluntarily went along with that shit and did not put up a fight at all, it's their fault that the rest of the people had to wear a mask. For everybody who took the shot willfully, didn't care what was in it, they didn't call Pfizer, they didn't call Moderna and ask them questions, they didn't call the FDA and ask them questions, they just willfully took that shit, it's their fault that the rest of us had to go through what we went through. I was forced to put on a mask in a laundromat. And the motherfucker told me that I couldn't even go back in and get my own clothes, which was already in the dryer. I had already been in the laundromat for XYZ amount of time without a mask on. Long enough to wash my shit and for it to be in the dryer. These motherfuckers called the police on me, man. They called Chicago police on me. This was on 47th and Lake Park at the goddamn laundromat. They called the cops on me. Two motherfucking melanated cops showed up and told Officer Crowder, Crowder, and Officer Smith, who looked like an old ancient engine. And that's exactly what I told that clown motherfucker when they got out the cops. Like, bro, you can't even deny being an American Indian. Look at you. He looked like one of the niggas that's on the Cleveland Indians logo or the Washington Redskins, well, before they started lighting it up and fading it out and all that shit. The original logo. This is how Officer Smith looked. I'm looking at this nigga like, bruh, don't come. I know you don't subscribe to that black and African American. But the bottom line is, them motherfuckers finna lock me up, man. They told me I couldn't go back in there to get my own shit out the dryer if I didn't put that mask on. It's our fault, man. I tell people all the time, I know you surrounded by stupid motherfuckers. I know you surrounded by stupid ass motherfucking people, man. It's the masses of people's fault. This is the reason for why the more people wake up, the better it'll be. This right here is the reason for why I don't scream for likes and views and shit. You know, every now and again, y'all hear me say share the video or, you know, whatever case may be, right? But for the most part, I just get on here, make my videos. I don't give a fuck who watch them, how many views I get or nothing. I don't care, right? Because I know that it's the masses of people's fault. And I know that if I had 250,000 subscribers, 98% of the motherfuckers ain't gonna do shit. They ain't gonna do nothing. It's always a small percentage of people. I'm not a fan of the Bible. I don't subscribe to any religion, all right? But in the Bible, it tells you that many are called, but few are chosen. It tells you that, okay? So I'm going to get up out of here. I don't want to drag this lady through the mud or nothing. I'm not trying to I ain't trying to diss her or nothing, right? I'm just using what she said as an example as to how it's the masses of people's fault, man, that we go through the shit we go through. You over here fighting for lesbian rights and shit, where homosexuality has always been a perversion and it's always been a weapon for population control. How about that? People study screaming about this Jane Roe shit. Wade versus Jane Roe or whatever the fuck it was with the bride who was supposed to have been trained, raped and all this. I just did a video not too long ago, a screen share video showing y'all how the woman lied. She said it out of her own mouth. They paid her to say the shit. She said, they told me what to say and I would say it. And she did the shit for fucking money. All of that shit happened back then with them passing that bullshit legislation was over a lie. Then when the Supreme Court overturned that same bullshit legislation that everybody got pissed off about, people still didn't realize it was over a lie. Don't you understand? You got a lot of these dumb bitches out here right now fighting for the right to have a fucking abortion. But the whole thing that started it all, the whole thing that kicked it off, that caused them to put legislation into place back in the 60s or whatever this shit was supposed to be, was based off a lie. The woman wasn't raped and she admitted it. People are just fucking stupid. And this is the best example I can give how stupid ass people in the world that you be on the train with going to work, on the bus with going to work, or motherfuckers you rub elbows with on the job and shit. These motherfuckers are the problem. Regular, normal, ordinary people. That's why I tell people get out of my face with Joe Biden, Hunter Biden, and Donald Trump and all these other niggas, because they couldn't be where they are and they wouldn't be able to do the shit they was doing if it wasn't for the masses of other fucking dumb ass people. This is Ridge Longwood, man. Much love.